Hare Krishna. So much appreciation for the kids here in the Sangha. They are so good in singing, speaking and seva. And great appreciation for our dear Godmother, God Sundar Prabhu, who's taking so much efforts and training those kids. Last night we had Ekadashi night and we had so many bhajans, Bengali bhajans, Hindi bhajans, Hari Katha, all night program. So I'm seeing how he's making not just the kids but the adults too to sing the different melodies, our Gaudiya melodies, to sing certain bhajans. So great appreciation for Gaur Prabhu for this, and also Vaman Prabhu helping, assisting Gaur for this beautiful setup and program. I want big clapping for the kids of this Samvad. I've not seen anywhere, not any Sangha, those talented kids as we have here in this Hawaii Sangha. Yeah, very good. Okay, let us come to our program. Jnana Timirandasya Jnananjan Shalakaya Chakshurum Litam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Guruve Gauri Chandraya Radhikaya Stadalaye Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadbhaktaya Namo Namah Samsar Dukha Jaladasya Patitasya Kama Krodadina Kramakavli Kritasya Durvasnasya Nigritasya Nirashayasya Chaitanya Chandramama Dehi Padavalamam Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayamarupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopeshe Gopikanta Radha Kanta Namostate Tapta Kanchan Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaura Bolo Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. कुछ बोलेंगे स्वामी जी? Okay. We left with only 4 programs: Wednesday, Thursday, Friday and Saturday. And we have to complete 100 pages. Is that possible?
Yeah.
Yes? Okay. That's good then. Pure devotion. We are hearing about Prema Bhakti. Gurudev describing what is pure devotion. A very important point actually is the ever-present eternal constitution position of the jiva. How we say in the verse? Pure devotion is the ever-present eternal constitution position of the jiva. Jive Sarup hai Krishner Nitya Das. The living being is a tiny particle of blissful consciousness, likened to a spark of sunshine of all the blissful spiritual sun, Shri Krishna. We heard the other day also the Bhed and Abhed, oneness and difference. We have oneness with Krishna, we also have difference with Krishna. And the difference means, just like from the globe sun, the multiple of rays, and one ray penetrates through our window, and we see so many dust particles in that one ray. So we are just one, that tiny particle in one of the ray of Krishna, of that sun. This naturally occurring happiness is known as Nitya Siddha Bhav, and it is awakened in the heart of the jiva by the practice of sadhana bhakti. This is, according to Srila Gurudev, he is saying, naturally occurring happiness is known as eternal present love for Krishna. Nitya Siddha Krishna Prem Sadhya Kabunai Shavanadi Shuddha Chitte Karya Udai. This is inherent, is present in the constitution of the jiva. Yes, Gurudev always emphasized on this. And on the commentary by Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Swami Thakur Prabhupada in Chaitanya Charitamrita also is emphasizing on this point. Yeah, Nitya Siddha Krishna Prem. This is the birthright of all the jivas. The seva tendency is present in the constitution, but it is covered in a dormant state. In this stage, the eternally perfect object, namely the potency of pure love for Krishna, reaches its perfection. When the bound jivas, endeavoring by the senses, strive to attain bhav, their practice is called sadhana bhakti. The aim of sadhana bhakti is first to attain bhava bhakti. It's not direct prema bhakti. So a platform of a bhava bhakti is present in between sadhana and prema. What is that verse? Shuddha Sattva Visheshatma Prema Suryamsha Sama Ruchirvi Chitrasanyo Krishna Bhav Uchate. What we are aiming right now, we are practicing every day. Please give attention. We are practicing every day. This is called sadhana. Practicing. The aim is to attain bhava bhakti. And then from the bhava bhakti, it comes the stage of prema bhakti. Because in the stage of prema, there cannot be any mistakes, there cannot be any delusions. Therefore, a stage of a bhava bhakti is being kept or is there between sadhana and prema. You understand what I am saying? Sadhana, then comes bhava bhakti, then final is prema bhakti. So this stage of bhava bhakti is very essential, very important to attain. This is our aim. But how to get this? This is the most important point. Is Krishna giving this? Or the devotees are giving this? Because Nitya Siddha Krishna Prem, this Krishna Prem is present in the heart of the pure devotees. When we associate with them, when we serve them, when their heart gets moved to see our endeavors, our sadhana, it gets reflect from their heart to our hearts. This is like, extracting the spiritual energies, as I was saying the other day. The spiritual energies are prevailing in the atmosphere. By performing sadhana, we are developing those, or we are grasping those spiritual energies. This Krishna Prem is inherent and so much present in the heart of pure devotees. Yeah? And therefore, how to get this in my heart, in our hearts? By association of those pure devotees. And that's why Krishna is kept secondary and association of devotees been kept primary. Krishna comes number 2 and devotees comes number 1. Entire world running after Krishna. because they don't know the philosophy. But those who are acquainted with philosophy, they are running after the devotees because they find Krishna present there. Krishna is just there. And one can only attain bhakti from bhakti, bhakta sanjataya bhaktaya. That bhakti, say that bhakti which is present in the heart of a pure devotee, it get reflect and get attract to the sadhaka heart. That's the procedure. And that's why Gurudev ending up this chapter with an important point. At the time of initiation or diksha, the Holy Master Shri Guru instructs the sadhaka on his relationship with Shri Bhagavan. Fixed in this relationship, the devotee performs sadhana with firm determination, and thus he achieves bhava bhakti. So, who's inspiring and who's planting the seed in the heart? Diksha. The process of Diksha by Diksha Guru. He plants the seed of. And if there is no seed, how we are expecting the plant can grow? Sunlight is there, soil is fertile, everything is there, but seed is not there. Can we expect jackfruit tree? Sunshine is there, air is there, water is there, land is fertile, but I forgot to put seed in there. And then after 6 months I'm wondering, what's wrong? Why the tree is not coming up? The plant is not coming up. Baba, you forget to put the seed. How the expecting plant? So this is what? Sunshine, everything is present means association is present, deities are present, dham is there, holy name is there, sadhu sangha is there. But the most essential part is, where is the seed? Seed is absent. Because we didn't implant or we didn't put the seed in the heart. And who is giving that seed? Shri Guru gives the seed. Shri Guru gives that seed in the heart of the disciple. Father gives seed and the mother gives birth to a child. Otherwise, how is possible? Prakriti Purusha. Purusha means Lord, Mahavishnu. Glance over Prakriti means nature. Pregnates the Prakriti, the nature, and the creation takes place. Similarly, if all favorable situations are present but seed is absent, then how are we going to blame Krishna for this? That I'm not happy or I'm not getting anything. So that's why the first step in the 64 limbs of Bhakti by Rupa Goswami is Guru Padashraya. Taking shelter of Shri Guru, where he chant the mantras in the ears and plant the seed of Bhakti in the heart. Guru Krishna Prashate Pai Bhakti Lata Beej. Beej means seed. The seed of that Bhakti creeper. And then when this seed is planted, then all other favorable situations immediately react and the plant comes up and gradually becomes tree, and after tree, fruits are hanging on those trees, branches of the trees. That's the procedure. How important is that seed? And that's why we understand Prahlad Maharaj, why he said, Iti pumsam arpita Vishnu bhakti cham lakshana. First surrender yourself to Guru and Krishna and then perform the 9 limbs of bhakti. Because why? What is the center of performing these 9 limbs of bhakti is the seed, which is so important. So first we have to put that seed and then other soil and other things are required. And then the sadhaka achieves bhava bhakti. When this bhava bhakti reaches a completely ripened condition, it is known as prema bhakti. So one scholar in Vrindavan years back, he was describing about Sadhan bhakti, bhav bhakti and prem bhakti. In very technical terms. And it was just going from the head. Then he gave a very simple example. Everyone can understand that. He gave example of a mango. When the mango is hanging on the branch of a tree, unripened state, what is the color? Totally green. And if you pluck that mango and start eating, it's very sweet, delicious. Yeah. So bitter. This is sadhan bhakti. It takes a while to start extracting taste in sadhan bhakti. Initial stage, sadhaka is not getting any taste, will not going to get any taste. But practicing that sadhan, when the sadhan get more and more condensed, a fraction, a semblance of that taste start developing. This taste is not the stage of ruchi yet. That's a totally divine state. But taste in sadhana. Understand? When the mala is given in the beginning and we told please chant 16 rounds every day. Yes, devotee is saying this, Prabhupada said this, all acharyas say this, I must do this. So I'm chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Oh, how many left? 8 left. Okay, Hare Krishna, no taste. But doing for the sake of, they said this and I'm obeying them. With that intent of, I'm obeying the order of Srila Prabhupada. Even though I have not seen him in my life, that obedience, that obeying itself is a darshan of Prabhupada. In that, following the order of Prabhupada. Realize this. This is not a lecture. I am saying with realization. Realize this fact. We have not seen Bhaktivinoda Thakur. We have not seen Bhaktisiddhanta Prabhupada. And my generation, we have not seen Srila Swami Maharaj. But he, being so compassionate, he brought one level for a person like me, very conditioned in nature. You guys can't chant 64, you devotees can't chant 64, make sure you chant 16. And in the beginning, when the beads were given to chant on, I'm not having any taste. I don't even know what Krishna means. I don't know what he looks like. I don't know the philosophy. But Prabhupada said this to do this. I'm just following what he said. That obeying, believe my words, and put in your heart. I'm telling with realization. Just believing in this word that Srila Prabhupada told me or told us to do, this obeying itself is a service to Prabhupada. And then what happens in return? Reciprocation is inherent in there. That reciprocation gives advancement, making a platform, a foundation to hold that philosophy. Sometimes to a surprise we understand why I'm so lucky. I'm in Gaudiya Vaishnava, in this lineage. How I came to know, even sometime without reading. I mean, respected speakers, Gopa Prabhu is here, Shravan Prabhu, seniors here, Chandrika Mataji. Many times, isn't it? We never read something, we never heard something, but when we're giving lecture, spontaneously a point comes, a connection to what I'm going to deliver, which later on I get surprised. How this point came in my mind. It's such a wonderful point. I never ever thought of this. Many times it happens. Many times. And on the top of that, I'm just not showing off. Please don't take my words like that. And after some months, I see this written in any Jab Dharma or somewhere. It just comes. How I have to take this? How we have to take this? I'm sorry. How we all have to take this? because of just a pretendence of obeying Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. It's just a pretendence right now. It's not even complete. Just a pretendence of obeying Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Bhakti Siddhanta Prabhupada, Srila Swami Maharaj, our Guru Vargas. The mercy, the compassion, everything is inherent in there, and that is working out inside. And that gives surprises sometimes. Surprises to ourselves. How that happened? What I believe is my opinion. Just a pretendence of obeying the order. And this happens. And what going to happen more if I really and sincerely follow their orders? What more I will not achieve? What more I will not achieve? In this life itself, I can achieve Bhava Bhakti if I sincerely follow their orders. But this is my problem. I'm lacking. My weakness is coming on the way. But just a simple pretendence can uplift our advancement. Imagine if it is pure obeying, then what more we not do. Am I wrong, Prabhu? It happens. This is called seed, implanting seed in the heart, which is so important. Seed is not there, everything else is there. How are we expecting fruit to come? Therefore, in sadhan stage, the mango is unripened, totally green, and so bitter in taste. But after a process, after a while, that mango going to change some color. I mean, this is how it happens in India, I don't know here. From green, getting a little ripened, turns to like orange or some other color, yellow color. It's still not ripened yet. This is called Bhava Bhakti. This is called Bhava Bhakti. A taste is there, even in that not completely ripened mango, but slightly ripened, or say half ripened. We can make pickles, we can make chutneys, can be used in many ways. The same mango, from that green to completely ripened state, it becomes so delicious when it's completely ripened. And when it's ripened, the tree who owns that fruit, tree is the owner of that fruit, he falls, he gives that as a gift to anyone, to everyone. Tree gives the gift. Okay, this is ripened, take this. Yeah? That is Prema Bhakti. We cannot say that dark green unripened, that mango is guava or apple. It's still called mango. Half ripened is also called mango. Fully ripened is also mango. What's the difference? Unripened and ripened. This is sadhan bhakti, bhav bhakti and prema bhakti. Understand the point? That's why sadhan is also not sadhan bhakti, because still it's called mango. We can't taste this, it's not ripened, that doesn't mean that it's not mango. It still proves it's mango. It still proves it's a sadhan bhakti. Whereas ideally bhakti means prema bhakti. But that's the mercy of Bhakti Devi. She descends a level down to help us, to facilitate us, that even, oh my jivas, even when you're practicing strongly, struggling with that, my name is attached to that practice, sadhan bhakti. So why? Just to please all of you, all of us. And Bhakti Devi is saying in that way. Don't think, I'm neglecting you guys, people. Don't think I'm neglecting you devotees. My name will be still attached to that broken sadhan or immature sadhan. Still it is known as sadhan bhakti. See the compassion of Bhakti Devi? Otherwise, ideally, Bhakti Devi is Prema Bhakti, when Krishna is totally get control. But even in that state, and that's why Gurudev said, very strong point. In 90s, Gurudev used to make this point very strong. He said, what to speak of? Very high class devotee. Even an ordinary person, he gives up all other bad habits and try to take Krishna consciousness seriously. And wanted to have attachment with Krishna, desiring to have attachment to Krishna. Krishna feels grateful to even that one day previous devotee, one who just began chanting. Krishna feels grateful. Finally he came to me after many, many lifetimes. He was so much averse to me. Finally, after many lifetimes, he or she came to me. And now I'm not going to lose this opportunity. I'm going to create situations around him or her, because now I'm taking charge. So that's why don't get trouble, or don't feel any trouble, because some turbulence will be there. Because Krishna is taking charge with the auspicious charge. And prior to that, everything was inauspicious charge by external energy, illusory energy. Moment Krishna is taking that charge, some here and there going to happen. Tolerate for a while, because it's handing over, When you change your shift, in offices also, a guy comes 8 in the morning and there's a night shift. Then when they come, a little in and out is there. And that's a very sensitive time. Krishna is taking over the charge. So therefore, this is in a very simple way to understand what is sadhana bhakti, bhava bhakti and prema bhakti. In prema bhakti, you can't live without chanting. You can't live without reading. You can't live without hearing. This is very high stage, prema bhakti, but even the sadhana bhakti when get condensed, this becomes a stage. They are examples, all our seniors. They can't live without chanting. They can't live without reading or speaking. Even on the stage of sadhana bhakti, this happens. Then what to speak of? Prema bhakti. Pratipadam Purna Amrita Swadanam. Each and every step, complete relishing. Complete relishing. That's the position of Prema Bhakti. So the foundation of this is Diksha from Shri Guru and following the instructions of Shri Guru. The sadhaka bhakta becomes extremely blessed when Shri Guru bestows realization of his position as a maid servant of Shri Radha. This is a very high stage. A sadhaka starting not only believing but realizing that I am a maid servant of Radharani. Right now we are just verbally speaking. Oh, what is our aim? To become Radha Dasya. To attain Radha Dasya. Maid servant of Radharani. It's just verbally. It's called lip service. But it begins from Hari Guru Vaishnav Tine Smaran Hai Vigna Vinashan Anyase Nij Vanchit Kuran. In this sadhana stage, it begins with service to Hari, Guru and Vaishnavas. Everyone wants to serve Hari. Everyone desire and wants to serve Shri Guru. But third element is also important. Serving Vaishnavas. That's also very important. Only by the devotion of his devotee does Shri Krishna love swell. There is no other shortcuts. So that's why we don't have to be very restless. Of course, a little restless for sadhana, but not restless to get perfection. Being restless for sadhana. Yesterday I was only able to chant 6 rounds. My goal is 16. I have to be restless to finish my 16 rounds, to read Bhagavatam, to do certain worship and my schedule. This restlessness is required, but dharja, patience for restlessness to get perfection. Progression on this topic. Further, Sri Ramananda said a wonderful verse, because since the topic of association is already there, he uttered this verse: Krishna Bhakti Rasa Bhavitamati Kriyatam Yati Kutopalabhe Tatra Lolam Moolam Ekam Janma Koti Sukritana Labhe. This verse is from, what is the reference? Padyavali by Rupa Goswami. From Padyavali. Also, he mentioned Bhakti Samskrit. Yes, that's also true. Because Padyavali is a compilation of, you are right, I'm wrong. Beautiful verse. Gopa Prabhu, can you please speak on this verse? A little bit something, then that is his favorite.
We don't have enough time.
We have enough time. This is his favorite shloka. He is being restless for so many days to come to this level.
So Maharaj has been talking about how this sadhana bhakti is by definition, it's the desire for bhav bhakti. Attempting sadhana without that desire in the heart, let me achieve bhav bhakti, is not sadhana. Maybe sadhana bhas, something cloudy or reflected, but not the real thing ever. The two must be in connection. The practical activity of sadhana bhakti and the ultimate goal, at least in this, the very high goal of bhav bhakti, which of course, there is no sadhana for praying itself. Being in bhav bhakti is sadhana enough to achieve praying. No practical sadhana in bhav bhakti. But all the activities of that sadhana bhakti remain from beginning to end. Bhav bhakti and even prem bhakti. So at this stage, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has said to Ramananda Roy that everything you've said so far is superficial, external, extrinsic, not intrinsic, inside. So now Ramananda Roy has said, he's told about Jnana Shunya Bhakti, and from there, you have to have a hunger in the heart. You have to have a thirst. This is not our normal hunger and thirst. This is called Shud. Krishna Shud. Extreme hunger. Trishna. Krishna Trishna. Extreme thirst for Krishna. And so now, without that desire, but that desire for what? What is the desire for? Bhav Bhakti, or in other words, Krishna Bhakti Ras. Krishna Bhakti Ras, Bhavitamati, Priyatam Yadi Kutopi Labjate. Tatraloyam apimulyam ekalam janma koti shukritir na labhyate. Krishna Bhakti Ras, what everybody wants, to feel that Ras in the heart, that service attitude toward Radha and Krishna. Krishna Bhakti Ras. Krishna means Krishna. Krishna Bhakti means Radha and Krishna. Together, necessarily, together, always. Krishna Bhakti Ras, the Ras between Radha and Krishna. Krishna Bhakti Ras, Bhavita Mati. If it will happen, Bhavita Mati. Bhavita means something will happen. Mati, where? Inside my consciousness, inside my heart. Bhavita Mati. Kriyatam yadi utopi labhyate. If you can make that thing happen, or if you can do something that will encourage this Krishna Bhakti Ras to happen, Bhavita Mati, within your heart, within your consciousness. If you can do something to bring that into your heart, Krishna Bhakti Ras Bhavita Mati, then Kriyatam yadi utopi labhyate. Beg, borrow, steal, there is no limit to what you can do. It's only, everything is legal in pursuit of this Krishna Bhakti Ras. Nothing is illegal. Whatever has to be done, kutopi labhyate, do whatever is necessary to get that thing. Then, tatraloyam apimulyam eko. Means that eka means there's only one way to achieve that. There's only one way to move toward this Krishna Bhakti Ras. Krishna Bhakti Ras, now how? Lolyam. This is the one thing in all existence that you can have simply by wanting it. Lolyam. That means extreme anxiousness, a high level of desire, wanting this Krishna Bhakti Ras more than anything else. If you can generate that desire, it's called lolyam. And then, as an afterthought, janma koti sukratir nalabhyate. Don't take this cheaply. This lolyam is something, I can have eagerness for that. I can have utkanta for this really easily. I can have this anxiousness. No, it's not so easy. Even after many, many lives of trying with sukriti and other processes, you won't get it. But only by nourishing this lolyam will the taste for Krishna Bhakti Ras occur within our hearts. And this is the point that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Ramananda Roy are discussing now in the category of Prem Bhakti Sarva Sadyasar. Yes, we've reached the open door of all bhakti. With this stage, the door is only open. Nothing extrinsic or superficial. Everything is internal from here on in. We won't mention Varnashram. We won't mention Gyan Mishra Bhakti. We won't mention any of the prior stages because all of them had their touches of materialism. You notice as we grow, a little less materialism at every stage and more bhakti at every stage until finally the door is thrown open. Krishna Bhakti Ras Bhavita Mati. And this is the stage that Mahaprabhu and Ramananda Roy are discussing now. And this opens the door to all the higher stages of Ras. Because soon Mahaprabhu will ask, yes, this is an open door. This is not external anymore. But you can still go further. And what does Ramananda Roy begin discussing at that point? Dasya Ras, Vatsalya Ras, Sakya Ras, Vatsalya, Madhurya. Now the topic of rasa becomes the open pathway of the discussion. But this verse and this stage in Ramananda's Samvad is the opening of the door. where Mahaprabhu says, Eho hai. Nothing, this is not bhai or external anymore. This is what I came to hear. And of course, the stages go higher and higher, which Maharaj will proceed with. Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhu. Chandrika Mataji? No. That's the reason why, based on this verse, Srila Swami Maharaj, he kept the name ISKCON, right? He kept institution name ISKCON.
Yes.
Yes? Can you 5 minutes say about this? One very important point Gopa Prabhu just said. The only price to get it is greed to obtain the mood of Vrindavan. Just one greed. This is a price. But where to buy it? Not in Target, not Costco. We can't get anywhere else. Where to buy this? It is only available in those hearts who are fully saturated with Krishna Ras. That consciousness is fully saturated with the mellow of Krishna. That's the only store where this is available. And the price is just greed. No dollars required. This word greed is a very negative word. I'm greedy for food. I'm greedy for XYZ reasons. But this word greed is a great significance in spiritual world. Because to attain that Raganuga Bhakti, the spontaneous love of Krishna, the only price is greed, laulyam. And further on this, Srila Gurudev, beautiful statement he said. I was saying other day too. To attain certain goal, we need some qualification. But to desire to attain certain goal, no qualifications are required. No one can stop you desiring anything. Yes? Not even your husband, your wife, your children, parents, no one. And even if you're not expressing just desire in the heart only. I know attaining prema bhakti is very high. And if I look in me, there's not even a 1.1% qualification to attain this. So I should not jump over this. But I can desire for this. For desiring, there is no qualification required. For desiring this greed, a desire to attain this greed, this laulyam, then there is no qualification required. Anyone can desire from at any level. This is such a gift to us, this greed. On the other side, Srinottam Thakur, he taught us how we can engage this greed, which is a negativity in us, like lust, anger, greed, envious, all this. Srinottam Thakur, in this verse, Prem Bhakti Chandrika, in this book Prem Bhakti Chandrika, he's teaching how to engage this lust, anger, greed, all this negativity in us. Can it be transformed or to change the course? Yes. So therefore he said, Kam Krishna Karmarpane, Krodh Bhakti Dveshijane, Lobh means greed, Sadhu Sange Harikatha, Mad Isht Labbe Jane, Niyukt Karibe Jatha Tatha. Kam Krishna Karmarpane. What is the meaning? Achha. Kam means lust, anger, greed. So we all have lust. Lust is not just about the attraction of opposite sex. Lust means lusting over many other desires. That's a broad definition of lust. So how to deal with this lust or desires, which are so many? So Narottam Thakur is saying, Kam Krishna Karmarpane. Engage those desires, those lusting on other things, by engaging in the service of Krishna. I have a desire to have a car. This is my lust. Lust means any desire. Yes, I want to fulfill this desire. I got a big car, but now how I'm going to use that car for sightseeing, for seeing volcanoes, or I'm driving this car for running here and there where the sadhu sangha is available. With that greed, that loyalty, only after hearing some lecture I develop that fire in me. So engaging that car in hosting sadhus, Gurudev, like that. Just a very tiny insignificant example. Kam Krishna Karmarpani, Krodh Bhakti Dveshajam. Anger is, everyone has anger. Some devotees are very sensitive. If I joke, they feel so offended. I say, no, this is just my joke. I remember once upon a time, when I was very new in Mathura, year 2000, in Gurudev Sangha, and that was a Tithi of Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj after Janmashtami Day, his appearance day. And I came in Krishna consciousness because of hearing the documentary and the books of Srila Prabhupada. So like in my head, he is my hero, spiritual hero. And Gurudev ordered brahmacharis to serve all Prabhupada disciples and all the Vaishnavas in the temple in Mathura. So my heart was like overjoyed. When you get overjoyed, you act a little stupid. A little crazy. So overjoyed that today is Prabhupada's appearance day. And his appearance means, his appearance makes the auspiciousness in my life that today I am in bhakti line, in the Krishna consciousness. So overjoyed. So I was serving rasgullas to all devotees, and there was one big line of Srila Prabhupada, Swami Maharaj's disciples, seniors. So I'm not going to tell the name. One Mataji, she sponsored the feast. And because I was overjoyed and too emotional and acting stupid, so I was giving rasgullas, and when it came to her, I said, I'm not going to give you rasgulla. Like a joking way. I'm not going to give you rasgulla because she is the one who sponsored everything. So that was my stupidity. She took it so seriously. That's why I don't eat here in Gaudiya Math. They don't know how to respect. They don't know this and that. Oh my God. I said, Mataji, please, I touch your feet. I'm just acting stupid, I know, but it's because my heart is full of joy. It's Prabhupada's Tithi. My intent was not to actually offend. But she was very sensitive. She got very sensitive with that. That day I thought, I'm not going to joke with senior devotees. Unless I develop confidence that they are okay with anything what I say. So, Krodh Bhakti Dvesha Jane. The anger is there in some degrees, in some portion. How to engage that anger? Narottam Thakur is saying, show your anger towards those who are against devotees and against your Gurudev and against the philosophy and against your Lord. Show the anger there. And the ideal example I said few days back, when Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada was being not threatened but actually thrown bricks and bottles and Param Gurudev, he filed a court case against him. Srila Prabhupada called upon Param Gurudev Shri Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj, Sannyas Guru of Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj. Prabhupada. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Prabhupada said, take the case back. No filing case against them. Because they try to harm my body, I can tolerate this. But if they're going to harm my philosophy, the Gaudiya philosophy, then I will show my anger there. And he showed his anger in many examples. Those who went against the ideals of Rupa Goswami and Mahaprabhu, Srila Prabhupada expressed his anger in form of his writings, refuting their arguments. So this is how to engage the anger, not to devotees but to non-devotees. But sometimes we show anger to devotees too. But Narottam Thakur is saying, ideally we have to show anger towards those who are against the devotees, against our Sangha, and those against the ideology and the philosophy of my Gurudev and Guru Parampara. There we can show our anger, but still, anger doesn't mean you can hit that person. This is not allowed. Anger means writing or conversation, that kind of anger. So, Krodh Bhakt, Lobh Sadhu Sange Hari Katha. Lobh means greed. How to engage that greed? Are we greedy or not? Tell me honestly. Touch your heart. We are greedy with so many things. Sri Narottam Thakur is teaching how to engage that greed. Sadhu Sange Hari Katha. Get and develop and then get greedy for association of Sadhu Sangha. Wherever you wherever you find some Hari Katha is going on, if a preacher is present or not present, just rush there. Without a single consideration. No invitations required. Oh, Golok Prabhu house program, he didn't invited me, why should I go? It doesn't look nice. Yeah, this is his personal house, but when Hari Katha is going on, there's nothing personal. Everyone is allowed. Even an enemy is allowed to come and attend Hari Katha. Even ghosts are allowed. And demigods are allowed. You can't stop anyone from Hari Katha. So, whenever and wherever you find this opportunity, just run there. Even if it is 30 minutes. Listen this. That's the only way and only way and only way to develop bhakti in the heart. There's no other shortcuts. Lobh Sadhu Sange Hari Katha. Engaging greed, lolyam or Sadhu Sangha for Hari Katha. So just like Gopa Prabhu, he gives classes without a single consideration. Run there and hear and learn, make notes. In this way, we are engaging that most important component, greed, which is there to entangle us in a very positive direction, and with that, the negative part of the greed start getting diminished. Because in Sadhu Sangha, Sadhu is only going to hammer you. And sometimes rudely, sometimes politely. Sadhu is not going to say, yes, everything you do is good, fine, perfect. He is not there to entertain you. Sadhu is there to teach you. If you're right or you're wrong, just say. They just say on your face. Because they are well-wishers. They are not our enemies. Why they are here? To develop fight with us. To develop enmity. Why? Well-wisher. So, it can be Grasta, Sannyasi, Brahmachari, whoever so. They're going to speak from the scriptures, and scriptures say everything very blunt. And it's matter of how we are taking those words. Oh, he pointed out this to me. What's not nice? He was rude. Baba, what is his preacher problem? He came for you. He came for devotees. He has no personal agenda. His agenda is the stream of Gurudev's mission, his moods, his preaching should go on and on forever, passing on to others forever. Best well-wisher. So don't feel bad if we hear anything, if they speak, because there is no any personal agenda there. This is the agenda. So Nottam Thakurji clearly saying to engage lolyam, the greed in hearing sadhu sangha, hari katha. So if you get this, purchase it. And on the top of that, Prabhu just said, even heaps of spiritual credits, sukritis, accumulated over millions of lives will not be enough to procure that bhakti for Krishna. Sukritis for million of lives is not enough to buy this. And we can easily buy this with just one price, and that is greed, desire, greeding for this. I want this. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur says that this type of devotion, where the heart is soaked in Krishna Bhakti Ras, means the nectar of loving service to Krishna, has only one price, and that price is greed. We heard this, yes? Bhakti is of two types. The first is with the fear of the Shastras. That's called Vaidhi Bhakti. If you don't follow Ekadashi, you have to go to hell. Fear. Then I must follow Ekadashi. So following something with a fear from the scriptures. Shastreva Shashanasya. This is Vaidhi Bhakti. Our Gaudiya Acharyas, they didn't preach or propagated this Bhakti. This Bhakti has so much mood of opulence present there, and so much reservations and distance and a fear from the Shastras. But there's another category. The path of bhakti inspired by the governing principles of the scriptures. Sorry, that's the first one. The second one is Log Mulak Raganuga Bhakti. Devotion impelled by greed to follow the loving sentiments of the eternally perfected residents of Braj. It's a very difficult statement. Devotion impelled by the greed to follow, to follow loving sentiments of the eternal associates of Braj. This is called Raganuga Bhakti, and the foundation of Raganuga Bhakti is greed, not fear. Pavanji, what is the meaning Vaidhi Bhakti and Raganuga Bhakti? What two kind of bhakti I just said?
Vaidhi Bhakti is bhakti performed out of fear, following the rules and regulations. Fear of the consequences of not following the rules and regulations.
Right.
Bhakti. And Raganuga Bhakti is just out of greed.
Out of greed and love. But that has to be also in a right direction. I'm greedy for XYZ, but I need a direction. I'm greedy for this mango, but I have to go a particular tree where the mango is ripened. I cannot eat or taste the unripened mango. So, what you said is 100% correct. The greed. But greed in which direction? Following the loving sentiments of Brajvasis, the associates of Krishna in Braj. This is called Raganuga Bhakti. Understand? Which one we are following? Huh? Are we following Vaidhi Bhakti? Are we following Raganuga Bhakti? Yes, Gandharva. Which one we are following? We are told not to follow Vaidhi Bhakti because that's more in a mode of opulence and in fear. This is we told, and I'm not qualified to do Raganuga Bhakti, so I'm just hanging in between. So therefore there is one term, Vaidhi Pravritta Raganuga Bhakti. This is what we are practicing now. And that means following the rules and regulation, but with the aim of serving as Raganuga Bhaktas or attaining that Raganuga Bhakti. This state doesn't make, don't take the word that Vaidhi Bhakti is something to be ignored. Or this is something which we don't want. One funny example. In year 2004, Purusottama, when we were in Jagannath Puri, under guidance of Gurudev having darshans, Gurudev announced in Harikatha, oh, today, because every day we are going different darshans, today we are going to the Samadhi of Sri Haridas Thakur, and we are going to beg from him the taste in chanting holy name. So after Prasadam, we are all going to go there. And the assembly was dispersed. One Grasta disciple of Gurudev, very new, maybe 3 years, I heard them speaking. They saying, why we have to go Haridas Thakur? He's on Shant Ras, Vaidhi Bhakti. Gurudev is here to give us Raganuga Bhakti. What is the point to go to Samadhi of Haridas Thakur? He's in the Shant Ras. He's following, chanting 300,000 names every day. Too much stick to his rules and regulations. That's not Raganuga Bhakti. Why we have to go there? We will not going to go there. Gurudev always promoting and teaching us to follow Raganuga Bhakti. This is right or wrong?
Wrong.
Why wrong? Why wrong?
Because if you just look at the pastimes of Haridas Thakur, Mahaprabhu gave his life for him. He carried his body after he was departed. He's one of the greatest devotees of the holy name. How could you minimize his words and say that we shouldn't?
Yes, true. Chandrika Mata, your suggestion? No, just one sentence. Why it is right or wrong, and why? We should go to Haridas Thakur or not?
We should go to Haridas Thakur because he is the example of chanting the holy name,
Yes.
which was recognized by Mahaprabhu.
Yes. Radha, what do you have to say?
Because he was acting as a charioteer to Harinam.
We cannot get entrance into this realm of chanting Harinam unless we get the blessings of Srila Haridas Thakur. So what that couple said is called transgressing Maryada, etiquettes, or transgressing the qualification, or in other words, fanaticism. Too fanatic. Who are you to declare or claim that Sri Haridas Thakur is Shantras and we don't have to go there? Great acharyas, they take food dust of Sri Haridas Thakur on his head. Without chanting Harinam, we can't get into this domain. So this is called Anadhikar Cheshta. Anadhikar Cheshta? Unqualified endeavors, unqualified fanaticism, simple way. Oh, we are Raganuga Bhakta. Just by hearing Harikatha from Gurudev, we start assuming I'm a Raganuga Bhakta. No. So we can't avoid, we should not avoid those rules and regulations of Vedic Bhakti. We have to follow those rules and regulations very strictly. Otherwise, Shadbir Bhakti Vinashyati. Atyahar Prasasya Prajalpo Niyamagraha. It's called Niyamagraha, means neglecting rules and regulations. That's destroying bhakti. And then too much adherence to rules and regulation also destroying bhakti. So keeping in mind, keeping in head, my goal, my aim is to serve like Brajvasis, like how Yashoda Maiya serving Krishna out of so much love, how Radharani is serving, how the Sakhas are serving. That's my aim. But I can't avoid rules and regulations. I have to chant Sankhya Purvaka Nam Gan Natavi Kala Vasani Krito. The 6 Goswamis, they are not avoiding rules and regulations. They are chanting fixed number of rounds every single day. They are doing Govardhan Parikrama every single day. They are fulfilling all their vows every day. But with that loving sentiments. He Radhe Braja Devi Ke Chalalite. Oh, where are you? So on one side they are following strict rules, but on the other side they are having this loving sentiments. This has to be adjusted. Vedic Bhakti means rules and regulations. And if we are not fearing from Shastras, then what? In this stage, we need to get fear from the Shastras. Means the regulations. We can't avoid those. Otherwise, how are we going to get trained up in these practices? You understand what I'm saying? I'm become a Raganuga Bhakta, that means sometime I will chant, sometime I will not. Raganuga means spontaneous. So don't be immature and childish. This is called fanaticism. You have to be very mature. We need to follow these rules and regulations, but keeping aim in ahead. Have to follow the footsteps of Brajvasis. So, following the footsteps of Brajvasis means Yashoda Maiya, Radha Rani, yes. Shridam Subal Madhumangal, yes. How they look like? What they do? What is their services? Maharaji, you said to follow footsteps of Brajvasis, then Are Baba, Brajvasis means Srila Prabhupada is Brajvasi, Gurudev is Brajvasi, follow their footsteps. How they start their chanting early in the morning, 3 o'clock. Chanting 64 rounds before eating anything. Are they not following rules and regulations? Yes, they do. Very strictly. So be very mature. Bhakti means maturity. Don't be immature. Many times I encounter devotees. They speak so immature talks. Then I get surprised. 30 years of hearing and speaking so immature like a child. You know why it happens? Not associating with mature devotees. This is what happens. And only associating with same like friendship devotees. Maturity doesn't come there. So, Krishna Bhakti Rasabhavitamati. If we want to purchase this, to acquire this, what is needed? Janma, what is needed? Laulyam. What is the laulyam means? Greed. From where to buy? Suchandra Didi? Associating with those who are saturated with that greed. And the third point in this verse is something which cannot purchase this. What is that? Something which cannot purchase is, what is that?
Money.
Accumulation of million of lifetimes credits. Can't purchase this. Remember these important points. This is how we have to learn verses. Underline the 3 important aspects that makes the meaning, the essence of the verse. What I have to stop? Bola Prabhu, you are the boss today. Okay, 5 more minutes. So this is Raganuga Bhakti. Krishna Bhakti Rasa Bhavita Mati. Now again an important point is coming up. In this verse, the verse begins with Krishna Bhakti, means that consciousness which is fully absorbed in Krishna. What is Krishna here means? Which Krishna? The Krishna from Mathura who killed Kamsa? The Krishna from Dwaraka who married 16,000 queens and killing demons? Or the Krishna of Vrindavan? Which Krishna? Dhanidhi, which Krishna? Vrindavan Krishna. Shri Krishna, the son of the king of Braj, Brajendra Nandan. And the bhakti signifies here Bhava Bhakti, means the initial stage of perfection in devotion, which itself mature into Prema Bhakti. This is again an important point which many philosophers, they change the concept. They say sadhan bhakti is mostly Mayavadis. Oh, deities are worshipable, I am worshipping deities. Moment I am getting perfection, throw away the deities because my purpose is accomplished. But sadhan bhakti, bhava bhakti, prem bhakti, the sadhan bhakti get condensed to bhava bhakti and the bhava bhakti get condensed to prema bhakti. You don't have to give up. And that's why the example of mango is perfect. The green mango, unripened, half ripened, fully ripened. The same mango. So the same bhakti which is we practicing now, in any one lifetime, in 50 lifetimes or 100 lifetimes, we're going to be on the stage of prema. We're dancing on that platform of a prema bhakti. So every single day of our sadhan is not going in vain. Every single falling Ekadashi, every single vrata, every single chanting is accumulating from the sadhan progression to the bhav bhakti, and that same bhav bhakti, when it becomes condensed, it turns to prema bhakti. And it will just come like spontaneously. I'm going to surprise how my bhav bhakti turns to prema bhakti. About the loving sentiments. The same sadhan bhakti turns to prema bhakti. You don't have to renounce sadhan bhakti and bhav bhakti to attain prema bhakti. The phrase prema bhakti rasa bhavita mati. What is the meaning? That refers to the person whose every pore is utterly saturated with Krishna bhakti ras and whose intelligence has become one with the bhakti ras. Bhakti ras means attachment to Krishna. Where to see this kind of personalities? Whose intelligence is totally like every pore, and later on example is coming of Rasgulla. You know Rasgulla? You know how to make Rasgullas? Anyone? Or you've seen how Rasgullas are being made? You know this? They fry one ball and then they put in the sugar syrup. Soak in the sugar syrup. Then each and every pore of that ball get what? Sugarized. Sugar rush. It becomes sweet. From any corner, from every side you eat, it gives sweetness. It's not one side is bitter, other side sour. It's totally, this is called Krishna Bhakti, means immerse in that Krishna. Have you ever seen? Some of us, we have seen those personalities. Our Gurudev, my Guru Maharaj, Bhakti Raksha Sridhar Goswami Maharaj, Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj. These are the examples. Krishna Bhakti Rasabhavita Mati, where each and every endeavors, each and every efforts, each and every practices, each and every word, in mind, words, body, everything is, the whole course is immersed in that sugar syrup. Means that sweetness of Krishna Ras. And that's why they distributed this Rasgullas. What the name Srila Prabhupada gave? Those balls?
Simply wonderful.
Simply wonderful. No.
Yeah.
One more word. Bullet.
ISKCON bullets.
ISKCON bullets. Yes. ISKCON bullets. And simply wonderful. How to define this? Prabhupada, what is the name of this bread? Simply wonderful. Their mati. We have seen these personalities. Many of us have seen these personalities. It's very rare. That generation is gone. Understand? Now whatever we left with something, some remnants, just fill your belly and go ahead. You understand my phrase? The main course is finished. That generation is gone. But they left some remnants. So just whatever it is there, take this and take advantage and fill your belly and proceed. But it's so difficult to get that kind of Krishna Bhakti Rasabhavita Mati. So difficult to get this. It's a different era, different time. I've seen my Guru Maharaj. Day and night. It's not just verbally saying day and night, actually day and night. Only sleeping 1-2 hours. But day and night just chanting and chanting and chanting and totally immersed in that Krishna Bhakti Ras. Because they are not like us, material body, born here, they descended from there. That's the difference. Their mati is totally Krishnaized. And therefore every single word, even if laughing, joking, anything, is all about Krishna Bhakti Ras. We are so lucky. So the next generation can think, we are bereft of this kind of, one thought can come. It is happening in many minds. Or we have never seen all these acharyas, so we are bereft of this. That means there is no hope. That means we have to just fill belly with the remnants. And those who are preachers now, they are not on that level, which is true. Boldly can say this. So are we got bereft of this? I can also say this. After seeing Guru Maharaj and the godbrothers of my Guru Maharaj, they used to come and visit Guru Maharaj, so I've seen them. So I can also say I'm bereft, even though I've seen them. I'm bereft of seeing Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. I'm bereft of seeing Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada. I'm bereft of seeing Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada. No, we are not bereft. We can still see them with a very sharp intelligence. They are still present. As I was saying, did Narottam Thakur ever came Hawaii? Did he ever came Hawaii? Sri Ramananda Raya, he came Hawaii? They were on the bank of Godavari. What they have to do in the bank of ocean here? Yes, they came. How they came? Like this. If I think negative, if I want to think negative, yes, then I can see, yes, I'm bereft. But if I'm very positive, I will not say I'm bereft. I am seeing them, I am with them, they are with us. In what form? Songs, philosophy, books. It's called direct association. We can directly associate with Srila Prabhupada, with Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, with this instrument. Direct association. Am I wrong? Direct association. This is called positive thinking. And negative thinking, many devotees say, Prabhupada left, everyone left, I have no inspiration to chant anymore. So easy to say, I feel like so disturbed then. If a senior devotee say this, if any junior say, I don't mind. When a senior say, my Guru Maharaj left, Prabhupada left, Gurudev left, I feel no inspiration now because that was a time when I was fired up. What do you mean left? Are they not present now? They are present. It's just our consciousness which can make us believe with a positive sense they are still present in a different form. Is Krishna present? He was present 5,000 years back. Is he still present?
Yes.
In what form?
His name.
His names. How we can say Srila Prabhupada, Swami Maharaj, Bhakti Siddhanta Prabhupada not present? They are still present. I challenge with very sincere heart, if in the morning with the translation of the bhajans of Bhaktivinoda Thakur, read or sing. If you can sing or if you can't sing, read it. I challenge, you get impression in the heart. Bhaktivinoda Thakur is directly speaking to me when I am singing a song or when I am reading a song. Means if we can't understand Sanskrit or Bengali, just translation. Feel, Bhaktivinoda Thakur is straight telling me, Amar Jivan Sada Pape Rata Nahi Ko Punya Radesh. My life always engaged in sinful activities. There is not a tinge of pious deed happened in my life. When we sing this, when I sing this, I feel he's just directly indicating to me. So how can I say I'm not seeing Bhaktivinoda Thakur? If I read Jaiv Dharma, I can see Bhaktivinoda Thakur present in Jaiv Dharma. They are not mortal beings like us. They are immortal. They are in every way, in subtle beings. They are present everywhere, and especially in this. So we have to make a habit. I'm not discouraging, I'm encouraging everyone, even children, kids here. Everyone, adults, kids, seniors, non-seniors, whoever. Books are the basis. If we have to keep maintaining our foundation, every day we should make a practice to read books. Every day. If we understanding, not understanding, doesn't matter. Just keep on reading and get the direct association of Sri Ramananda Raya, direct association of Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Srila Gurudev, and all the acharyas. They are present in this form. Yes? Am I wrong? Am I right? Say yes or no?
Yes.
Whew, thank you. think of cake. How cake looks like? Something rectangle and some cream on the top with some topping. Yes? When we think of cake, what comes in our memories? Just by thinking of cake, an image develops in the mind. Cake looks like this. Thinking of cake doesn't mean if I think of cake and mango comes in my head. A different shape. When I'm thinking of mango, then mango comes in my head. Not the banana will come in my head. So when my mati, my intelligence is not fully but little bit, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Prabhupada, then that figure comes in intelligence. And his philosophy comes in intelligence. And this is what we have to inject here. This philosophy. So therefore read Jai Dharma, Gurudev said, and get direct association of personalities. My Guru Maharaj, age of 101. Sometimes he was in tears saying that I may leave this world any day. Because we came forth with a question, Guru Maharaj, how are we going to get association? And he said, I can leave any day. But in future, when I leave this planet, I want you to always be in the higher association, not low association. Low association means, oh, you are my friend, I'm your friend. This is not higher association. We are friendly. So always stay in higher association. And for example, if you don't get in higher association, this is the exact word of my Guru Maharaj, I promise you. He said, then directly associate with Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami by reading Chaitanya Charitamrita. He is going to speak to you. Direct associate with Bhaktivinoda Thakur is going to speak to you. So take these words as a positive and don't think this is another way of laziness. Don't take my words wrong. That, oh, my Gurudev left and, I feel no inspiration. How can we say this? Prabhupada left, there is no inspiration. I go around many places, I see heartbreaking. Like no inspiration, oh, now I lost everything. No. Are you following Srila Prabhupada? He said, Nityam Bhagavatam Sevaya. Are you reading his books? Are you reading Bhagavatam? Are you chanting? No inspiration because my Guru Maharaj left. What is this? Left means what? You can still find him everywhere. I speak a lot, sorry, Hare Krishna. No, but I feel this. When I go around, I interact with so many devotees, I really feel this. And then I think, what is this? This is a negative approach. And being a devotee, how you can have a negative approach? Everything should be a positive approach. Think positive, act positive. They are still present in their books, in their philosophy, in their songs, and in their memories. Who can stop that? No one has any strength to stop us remembering them or serving them or obeying them. See, no one can stop us. It's just my laziness and my weakness of heart that I am stopping myself to proceed further. Gaur Premanandi. Hare Krishna. Hey, where's your clapping? One more addition in the group of singers. It's a tiny one. Yeah? You want to sing Mahamantra to end up our class? No. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Nitai Gaura Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo. Nitai Gaura Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo. Jai Guru Deva, Jai Guru Deva, Guru Deva, Jai Guru Deva. Jai Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada. O Thakur Bhakti Vinod, Thakur Bhakti Vinod, Bhakti Vinod, Thakur Bhakti Vinod, Bhakti Vinod. Nitai Gaura Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Gaura Hari Bo. Jai Gaur Premanande, Shri Sachinandan Gaur Hari ki Jai, Shri Ramananda Raya ki Jai, Shri Raya Ramananda Samvad ki Jai. Govardhan Dharam Vande, Gopalam Goparupinam, Gokula Utsav Ishanam, Govindam Gopika Priyam, Govardhan Dharam Vande, Gopalam Goparupinam, Gokula Utsav Ishanam, Govindam Gopika Priyam, Govardhanam Dharam Vande, Gopalam Goparupinam, Gokula Utsav Ishanam, Govindam Gopika Priyam. Shri Giriraj Govardhan Ji ki, Shri Purushottam Maas ki, Purushottam Vrat ki, Vrat Palankari Samast Bhakt Vrind ki, Nitai Gaur Premanande. Hare Krishna.